Hello Minecrafters, this is Binary Guy 10 and we're playing some Feed the Beast and it's raining. Oh, but we're not gonna be all sad down in the dumps about that. We're gonna be happy. So yeah, these are the farms. I made something really cool that I want to show you guys. This is awesome. Let me just stand on it. Watch the diamond drill. It's recharging. Alright, watch the saw and the wrench. They're all recharging. And look, just by standing on this pad, I am recharging my jetpack. So anything that you're wearing or... well, it's not charging my nanosuit. Nanosuit's pretty awesome armor. It uses energy instead of durability, so it never breaks. It just runs dead every once in a while. So you just charge it back up. Alright, see, the jetpack's charged. To set that up, I just ran a wire underneath it. And I have a little MFE here that's all powered up. That's charging that. Do make sure you run it through a low voltage transformer. So it runs from the MFE to the low voltage transmitter and then out and under. Nope. Just about fell out of the world. Okay. Well, not out of the world, just really low. So, this holds 600,000 power. Now there's another item, the MFSU. Now this holds 10 million power. Now I've had my eye on this for a while. Unfortunately, it takes essentially 10 diamonds to make, because there's 4 in the MFE and then you need another 6 for these crystals. And I am 1 short. So what I'm going to do is show you how to turn wood into diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 4 stacks of logs. And if you have a minium stone, minium stones are actually really cool. They're part of equivalent exchange, and if you have one in your inventory, you can select it and press C or whatever your extra key is, and it opens up a crafting table. Okay, so I'm going to make some obsidian. I'm going to make 2 stacks of obsidian. Take that obsidian, turn it into iron. Take that iron, turn it into gold. Take the gold, turn it into a diamond. Alright, we now have enough diamonds. When I put it with these here in the chest. Okay, flip over here to the project table. And just surround it with redstone. That's all you have to do. And that makes, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there we go. Got enough. So we have our 6 energy crystals. We need an advanced circuit now. And that's made with a regular electronic circuit, lapis, glowstone, and redstone around it. Alright, now we have an advanced circuit. Okay, now need to take these, place them out, and this is how we're going to make the lapitronic crystals. If I can get the glowstone divvied up properly. Oh dear, come on. There we go. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Make one of these. One of these. Oops, swapped them out. Another one. Tell you what, these things are expensive, but they hold a lot of power. They also use high voltage, so you have to be really careful to make sure you don't blow stuff up. Okay, so I have another couple things over here we need to use. I have an advanced machine block, which you just take a machine block, advanced alloy, and then carbon plate. Advanced alloy, you just put a mixed metal ingot in the compressor. Alright, and MFE. Okay. Whew. Tell you what, this is an expensive piece of equipment. Put the crystals. Crystals. Oops. advanced circuit on top, and advanced machine block. Whew. MFSU. Alright. So, now we need to start putting some power into this thing. And how should we do that? Well, I have this power room I've been working on. Now what this here is a Railcraft tank full of lava, and this tank will hold 5,488 buckets of lava. It's got about 1,400 in it right now. Now see those little valve-looking things are places that you can put lava into the tank, and I have some around the sides and underneath that are used to take lava out of the tank. So I have this tank is what's powering these engines here. That's where the lava's coming from. You can see there's the lava pipe going out. I'm going to build another one of these on camera. Not for lava, but we'll do that in just a little bit. Alright, so I also have that lava coming out. Let me just run downstairs. That lava comes out and runs into all of these geothermal generators. Now this little bit of piping is pretty cool. It's called a liquid duct, and it's made using copper and hardened glass. And hardened glass is just lead and pulverized obsidian in a smelter, and it makes a pretty nice liquid piping. You don't have to have redstone engines or all the waterproof buildcraft pipe. You just hook this up, put a lever on it, and it's good to go. Alright, so this waterproof piping right here is one of the ways that I'm putting lava back into the tank, and this is one of the ones that's coming out of the tank. So yeah, this is one of the places that I'm stocking the tank. This is a liquid transposer, so if we put like a can of lava, it'll take it out of the can and pump it into the tank. These are some magma crucibles, so they're actually turning cobblestone into lava. Now the power for these is coming from the tree farm, because I had so much biomass that I had to do something with it. So I just started powering some crucibles. Alright, see, it's full. So what it's going to do now is send out a bucket of lava up into the pipe, which gets sent on to the tank. Oh, this one went too, same time. And these are iron pipes just to keep the lava from going backwards in the pipe. Okay, so gotta think about where I want to place this. It's a fairly expensive piece of machinery. I was playing around with this, but I don't really like this back here. This is actually a pretty cool wire. I would be okay if we were able to see this instead of having to hide everything behind it. So now this is glass fiber cable, which is actually kind of expensive in itself. It takes redstone and diamonds to make 4, or diamonds and silver to make 6. So silver is not that hard to get, so definitely try to use the silver if you're making the glass fiber. It'll make your diamonds last longer. But yeah, so what if, let me just pull this up here. I want to see how this looks. So this is also what's going upstairs to power the MFE. It just runs straight up right there. But I also wanted to power the MFSU with it. So I think if we get rid of this block, yeah, that looks, I think we'll do that. Take this out here, make this come around the front, and if we run it across the top of the geothermal generators, you see it connects to each one of them. And this will allow them to output energy into that pipe. Now, if I kind of want to put the MFSU right here. Then the power can come in the side of it, and I can output out the back, and whatever stuff I put over here can be hidden. Alright, yeah, let's do that. So, place it here. Alright, you see immediately all these generators turned on, and they're starting to fill it up. See, it's got 24, 25,000. So it's filling up pretty quick, but it holds 10 million, which is a lot of power. Alright, now see, this is the output. And I don't want the output facing me. I want that face back against the wall. So if I pull out my electric wrench, I could walk around behind it and tap it on this side to make it turn around. Or I could just hold shift and tap it, and it'll turn opposite of whatever side I clicked on. So now that's turned the right way. I'm going to put a little bit of wood behind this. But we'll do that later. Let's jump into another project while that's charging up. Like I said, I had a lot of biofuel, or a lot of biomass rather. So I need a tank for it. I want to make another one of those Railcraft tanks. Let's see, I have this and this. Now, to make these iron plates, you need a rolling machine, and you just put 4 iron ingots, and it gives you 3 iron plates. It uses buildcraft power, so you just hook up one of your engines to it, and it'll crank them out. Okay, so I need a couple of valves. Now, a valve, you need a lever. Let's make one of those real quick. And iron bars. So put the iron bars here. We'll put our plates in here. Now, this is one of the valves for the tanks, and a tank has to have these in order to put liquid in and out of it. So, very important. I'm also going to want some gauges, which are the glass parts of the tank, so you can see into it. So to get those, you don't set it up like that. Let's do some rearranging here. Alright, that's 7. Let me make one more set. Alright, 11. That should be plenty. Alright, now the rest of them, I'm just going to make the iron walls. It's going to work for me. Okay, that should be good. Let me show you what I've been doing underneath the tree farm. Actually, let me grab a bite to eat. I think I'm getting hungry. No food there. There's some food here. I'll take some of that. Okay. So let's just hop down here. I have a block opened up, and I made this little tunnel down here. So this is the whole craziness that's happening under the tree farm. Yeah, essentially it is almost completely automated. Everything except for the adding the hummus to the arboretum is automated, and it looks pretty nice too. What's happening now is that the fermenter is staying full all the time, so it's not even generating biomass most of the time. So what I'm going to do is make this tank over here, and I'm going to put it right here. And that's going to allow us to store a lot more of this biomass, and maybe even set up some more engines for it. I think I have enough blocks. Alright, so one of the things to remember with the Railcraft tanks is the sides, there has to be solid blocks around the sides. So the frame of it has to be out of these solid iron blocks. Alright, now if I wanted to, I could fill all the rest in with glass or whatever and be perfectly fine. Right under the wheat farm, so I'll cover that over. Most of this doesn't need to be anything fancy, because it's going to be hidden by the wall. So I'm just going to see, I have another 15, and oh, I don't think we have enough. Oh wait, I need to put a couple valves in. We'll see how that goes. So if it's being generated over here, have a pipe coming in. Let's put a valve here. And that'll give me an extra piece to put there. And whenever we put in, we also have to take out. So let's put one here. Now if you put them on the... If I were to put it up here on the ceiling, I could dump the biomass into the tank, but I couldn't empty it. But since these are on the floor, they'll be able to access all of the biomass in the tank. Okay. Tell you what, I've got them. Let's go ahead and just... Yeah, let's add one here. And we'll put one here as well. Just on the sides, in case we decide we need those. So now we have 2 more. I need another 6. I'm going to put the glass here in the front. So this is so you can see inside of it. See what else happening. Let me run upstairs real quick. I need to roll. Let's see, we need 6. We get 3 every time we roll some. I'm doing math and it's not working. So if I put these here, I'll get 3. If I put another, I'll get 6. So I need at least 9, because I have to make 2 stacks of 4. Alright, so I have 6, and if I click on this, it'll go ahead and pull the last bit out. Put that iron back away. Grab this, and I'll use my medium stone for crafting. Just hover over it, press C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh, wouldn't have had to, but oh well. Alright, so we have enough tank walls now. Let me just put this over here. This is kind of my expensive stuff. See, I have several glass fiber cable, just a bunch of machinery and pipes. Excuse me. Alright, back downstairs. I grab my walls, put that here, 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 here. Alright. So it'll be able to realize when it's completed. So if I put this here, and if we did it right, it should automatically turn into a tank. Ta-da! Now if we look at it, we'll see it holds 2,000 buckets. That's pretty sweet right there. That's pretty sweet. Alright, so now we just need to run some biomass into it. So, let me do a little digging here, here. You know, it would be very nice if I had some waterproof pipe. I believe that's just stone, but I'll grab both stone and cobblestone just to make sure. Here we go. Okay. I'm excited to see this thing fill up, because this is going to let my fermenters run a lot more often. Alright. Yep, it was regular stone. So let's run this in here and connect it to the valve. Alright, check it out. There we go. See, it's pouring in the side. You can see it's starting to fill up. It's got 1, 2 buckets. Now what that's doing, it's going to drain this tank right here. Well, first of all, it's going to drain this out. So all this biomass is getting pumped out, which is letting me use my saplings now, which is cool. Able to finally start. I have a bunch of extra saplings too. So those get used up. It pumps that out of there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're up to 8 buckets now. Let me put this back down for now, so that just goes out of the way. That's gonna be pretty crazy once it's full. Let's do a little aesthetic. Pop that out and put it on an angle. Like that. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Do the same thing for this side. There we go. Alright. That's up to 20 now. Okay. Alright, so since this is filling up, we'll also need to have a way of pulling the biomass out and sending it to these engines over here. Right now it's just being sent to both the tank and the engines, but once we empty out our fermenters, it's probably going to not be pumping as much to our regular engines as we would like it to. So, we got a redstone engine, a wooden waterproof pipe, and that's what we use to actually pull it out of the tanks. Okay, now I don't want to make a loop, because if I were to just, for example, open up this side of it, attach the tell you what, let's do this a little bit more fancy. I might change the other side too. Let's go underneath it and come up from the bottom. Yeah, that would be better. Alright, so we place our redstone engine, and I have a lever. We can turn it on with that. I have the pipe attached there. Alright, so I place the lever right there. Pull out my crescent hammer, which these are really handy tools. Turn the engine around. Turn the engine on. And we'll pipe it underneath the floor. Oops. Nope, 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 nope. Not there. I said underneath the floor. Right there. Alright, so you see right now, this is making a loop. So I'm going to break this pipe out here in the middle. And we'll avoid that. We can just fill this in. And if I put this cobblestone here and right there, we'll never even see it. Now yeah, let's do the same thing here. Oops. Found a cave. Okay, so this needs to go down one more. Put it here, attach it here. Get it out of the hole. There, there. And I'll go back down underneath it and close all that up so you can't see straight down in the cave. But yeah, I like that. And then it comes back up here, continues on its journey after being buffered out by the tank. So this is going to give us a nice big buffer. It's already holding 37 buckets worth of biomass. And it's going to keep these pipes full. See, it's already pumping down. I added in an extra engine here. So we have 5 of them going. And these are what's powering the magma crucibles right up above us. Right there. Go ahead and fill those up. So that's filling up the lava tank. It all works together. So this is my free power. And I'm using it to give myself the power for the magmatic engines upstairs. Alright, well, that's working out really good. Tell you what, we're just about to a wrapping up point, so let's go ahead upstairs and I'm going to take a look at the MFSU and see how much power it's built up. Oops, too high. Now remember, all of these are getting power, are taking the lava from this tank. Which this tank's down to about 1030. But you see, all these are totally full. There's 7 of them right now. I may add more later. I might add like a top row. That'd be cool. Just have like this whole wall. Now this is it's only about 2.9 million EU. So it's still got a little ways to go before it fills up. Now once we get this all set up, I have several plans for what to do with all that power. So it's not just going to sit there and go to waste. Oh, let me show you this real quick. While with the lever, you can turn off all the engines. So say if our energy cell is full, turn it off, not using any more power. I did this using a little bit of red power. Put this alloy wire on the wall, and it works really nice for that. That's from the Red Power 2 mod. Okay, well, that's what I've been doing lately. We got our tank set up. I really like the Railcraft tanks. Yeah, the tank is sitting about right here. But I like the Railcraft tanks. I like you can see all the stuff piling up, and I like that they hold so much. So, it says 2 million, but it's 2 million millibuckets. So you divide that by 1,000, you get 2,000 buckets. And it's doing great. We're actually starting to drain this tank out. That's pretty cool. The tank's been full forever. So now, the fermenter can stay in business. You know, until it gets to the point where it fills up this tank, and then I'll have to just build some kind of crazy machine to use it all. Alright, well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.